I didn't hardly ever go to church growing up. I knew everything that church people know as a whole. I knew I celebrated Christmas, celebrated Easter. I thought if I was going to go anywhere, it would need to be heaven. See, that show you this whore has influenced everybody all over the world. That's why I said earlier, you might think, well, certain churches didn't come from, people say, well, the Seventh-day Adventists, look, they still got a piece of the whore's doctrine. Other churches, even Muslim, you say, oh, no, I know they come from somewhere. Where you think Muslims are going when they die? They think they're going to heaven, don't they? Because they didn't got a piece of it. Matter of fact, that's really a creation of theirs, but that's a whole nother thing. But the bottom line is you can trace it all back to Rome. All the stuff that we call church or religion nowadays. But now, what verse you at? So
verse 3.
It said, that's why I said, verse 2, with whom the kings of the earth have committed fornication, and the inhabitants of the earth have been made drunk with the wine of her fornication. Go ahead.
So he carried me away in the spirit into the wilderness. And I saw a woman sit upon a scarlet-colored beast, full of names of blasphemy, having 7 heads and 10 horns.
See, so he carried him away, and he looking at this. This is a woman too. Now you got one woman in Revelation 12 with a crown of 12 stars, clothed with the sun and the moon under her feet, right? That's one woman. That go back to Israel. That's the church. That's who God been dealing with from the beginning all the way down to the end. But now you got another woman here that the Bible is characterizing as a whore. That's because she's saying she is God's church. And so he said he carried away and saw a woman sit upon a scarlet-colored beast, because she riding a beast, which is because the Roman Catholic Church wouldn't be here if it wasn't for the Roman Empire. That's how it got here. The Roman Empire is the kingdom. And the woman sitting on it is the church. Go ahead.
And the woman was arrayed in purple and scarlet colors.
See, this is their colors, but go ahead.
And decked with gold and precious stones and pearls. Having a golden cup in her hand, full of abominations and filthiness of her fornication.
See, she rich. She decked out. One of the richest organizations in the world. But see, on the inside, the doctrine and the teaching, he said it's filthy and abominable. This is what the Bible says. See, people again, they say, see, that no, you trying to talk about people. Look, this got to fit somebody. So it's our job to point out who it fit if we're going to teach the Bible and it fit like a glove. Because if it didn't fit, you know what you had to do. But go ahead.
Verse 5. And upon her forehead was a name written, Mystery, Babylon the Great, the mother of harlots and abominations of the earth.
See, this is real ugly. He want to shine the light on this ugliness. He said, and she got a name on her forehead, Mystery, Babylon the Great. It is a mystery, because the average person don't know. The mother of harlots, he called her. He said, not only is she a great whore, she producing little whores. That's what he's telling you. She the mother of harlots. That's why all roads go back to Rome. That's why all the stuff we call, just like I mentioned, Protestantism. Martin Luther, he protested against the infallibility of the Pope, but he still, to the day he died, he didn't think of himself as nothing but a good Catholic priest. So he didn't switch over nowhere. We came up with the religion of Protestantism. It come out of that. And it come from because he protested that very fact. Most people, I thought I was a Protestant. When I got ready to go to college, that show you how dumb I was. That's right when I was about to get some understanding. I thought it was going to be from college, but it was from some brother walking around with some dreadlocks. But anyway, when I got ready to go to college, they had on the thing, I remember it like yesterday, they had on the thing, well, what religion are you? I had to ask my mother, what religion? She said, oh, put Protestant down. I said, okay. But we don't even know where that came from. It's because Martin Luther protested. But he still was nothing but a Catholic, and he kept all the teaching that the church had. That's why, so you got very little differences. He kicked on the infallibility of the Pope, but he kept going to church on Sunday. He kept celebrating the goddess of fertility, which we call Easter. He kept celebrating Christmas. Don't the Protestants all do that to this day? Yep. So they ain't nothing but still, they ain't nothing but Catholics. They just don't know it. They don't know it. They in the closet Catholics. But now, he said, verse 5, read it one more time.
And upon her forehead was a name written, Mystery, Babylon the Great, the mother of harlots and abominations of the earth.
Keep reading.
And I saw the woman drunken with the blood of the saints and with the blood of the martyrs of Jesus. And when I saw her, I wondered with great admiration.
See, and she been killing God's saints, and she gonna kill some more. You should be able to tell by the way I'm talking. They gonna want to kill me in a little bit, but I could care less, because we're gonna read the Bible. So he said, and I saw the woman drunken with the blood of the saints. So this woman opposes God's truth and opposes God's representative, don't she? And she been killing them, even killed Jesus. Romans who killed Jesus. Now, our forefathers put them up to it at that time, but they still actually killed him. That's why he got crucified, because that's the way they killed people in those days. He said, so I saw the woman drunk with the blood of the saints and with the blood of the martyrs of Jesus. So she is directly in direct conflict with Jesus, is she? Yep. And when I saw her, I wondered with great admiration, but she's strong. She got a lot of power. So John say he wondered with great admiration, like, wow, this is a lot of power here. But now skip down. Let's identify a little more. Skip down to verse 9 and go ahead.
And here is the mind which have wisdom.
Now, if you want some wisdom, he's going to point something out to you. Go ahead.
The 7 heads are 7 mountains on which the woman sitteth.
So it even gives you the location for the woman. The 7 heads are 7 mountains on which the woman sit. And most people know Rome is built on 7 famous hills. Most people know that. So it's giving you a location of the woman. Skip down now to verse 18. Let's make sure it's talking about a city and not just some woman walking around half naked. Verse 18, go ahead.
And the woman which thou sawest is that great city, which reigneth over the kings of the earth.
Oh, that's who the woman is. It's that great city from which this religion came out of, though. And that's how they reign and over the kings of the earth. Just like, because you would say, well, now America run America now. Russia run America now. But they all been influenced by the woman, by Rome. And they been in bed with Rome. They go along with it. That's why all the president, prime minister, I don't care who they are, even if they go to Rome, they got to make 2 stops. If they go to Italy, they can't just go see the prime minister of Italy, can they? They got to go see the other king, the spiritual king over there. That's what it means. They didn't went along with this. Don't matter who they are. They got to go see the other spiritual king. They got to make a stop in Vatican City, because that's where he reside at now. Before it was Vatican City, it don't matter. It was somewhere else over there. He had some other land that he owned. He had to get that land back for Benito Mussolini to give him Vatican City. So he said, okay, you get this back. We're gonna hook you up now. You're gonna be independent. And that's what he is. But now, back up and read verse 5. So it sits on 7 hills. It's a city. And one more time, we're gonna read this before we go to the next history book. Go ahead.
And upon her forehead was a name written, Mystery, Babylon the Great, the mother of harlots and abominations of the earth.
See, the Bible called it. It said, she is the mother of harlots. Now let's go right to this history, this is AP and Rutter's news source from about 10 years ago, or 9 years ago, September 2000. and you can find it now. This is just some old I still have. September 2000. Go ahead and read that.
Catholicism is mother church. All others are defective.
See, it said Catholicism is mother church. All others defective. And this is not me saying it. This is what the official teaching of the Catholic Church is. And this is what they mention it probably every year. They make a statement on it just to remind people. And it's amazing that people are so dumb, they act like they never heard it before. And some people get offended. I can't believe they had the nerve to say that. They've been saying it, dummy. That's why at the beginning I said, really, you can break it down to just two. Even they are saying, look, it can't be all these other churches. It got to be one. So they trying to take it to the extreme. They said, look, it is only one church and we are it. But the Bible is giving us two women, the real church, and it's giving us the whore. That's why I said, even though you got all these denominations and churches all over the place, hey, you can take it back, even though I know it's only one true one. But you got two on the scene to this day. So this is what they had put out and made this statement. Catholicism is mother church. All others defect. Now they call themselves the mother church. I mean, how blind can you be if you can't see that this is who the Bible is talking about? It ain't like they even try to hide that fact. That's probably just a poor choice of words on their part, but they so zealous to make this point that, look, we run this. That's the word they chose to use, and the Lord is pointing it out to you so you can see. Now, the Bible just called her the mother of harlots, right? Mm-hmm. And she called herself the mother church. And we know this is not talking about no literal prostitute with a whole lot of prostitutes under. No, it's talking about a church with a whole lot of churches that have derived from her. You name it, the Anglicans, Baptists, Orthodox, all of it came from. And they trying to let these people know, which I agree with them on this. All of them did come from her, and they still belong to her. We can agree on that because that's the way the flow went. From this modern religion we got, it all have come from Rome. Go ahead, read the AP side of it. Go ahead.
September 3rd, 2000 AP, Vatican City AP. One of Pope John Paul's second closest aides has written to bishops worldwide declaring that the Catholic Church is the mother of other Christian churches, a move which could hurt Vatican efforts toward unity with other believers.
See? Now, it's talking about, matter of fact, this when the other guy, John Paul II, that's who was talking about when he was Pope, and it said one of his closest aides wrote to the other. You know who the closest aide was at that time? That's the one, Benedict, who Pope now. We've been knowing, we knew he was going to be Pope because he'd been calling shots for a long time. He had the position before he became Pope as over the office of the Congregation of the Doctrine of Faith, which used to be called the Inquisition. That's when they beat you in line, killed you. The office of the Inquisition. You know, and obviously they mean well. They thinking we making you do right. But it's totally wrong if you trying to make people do wrong. So that's who it's talking about. And he wrote to all the other bishops, because that's what you do. You get your own house in order. So he's writing to these bishops and these clergy in the Catholic Church, telling them, look, y'all need to understand the program. Don't even think other churches are equal with us. That's what he wrote to them and told them. Declaring that the Catholic Church is the mother of other Christian church. He got that right according to the Bible, but it's just what kind of Christianity? Is it Bible Christianity or is this Roman Christianity? We know it's Roman. It's their brand that they came up with, which is not the truth. But he right about it. They the mother, because the Bible said the mother of harlots, didn't it? Go ahead, finish that.
The Vatican Saturday had no comment on the document.
See, they put the document out there, then when people start calling, they said, we ain't got no comment. Go ahead.
Which was reported on Friday by the Italian religious news agency, Adista. Mm-hmm. In the document, Cardinal Joseph Ratzinger told the bishops that it was incorrect to refer to Christian churches